Welcome back to Wall Again, where passion meets music, and we are continuing our countdown of the top 100 classic rock albums of all time as per Classic Rock magazine. And today, believe it or not, we're on number 87, and it is Tool's album Undertow. So this was their debut album by the progressive rock, progressive metal band Tool. It was released in 1993, and it was recorded at Sound City in Los Angeles. So the band are from Los Angeles, so it just made sense that they go to Sound City. That album, of course, was so famous for recording so many classic albums, including, of course, Nevermind by Nirvana and Rage Against the Machine's debut album. So this album, it was recorded on the Zoo label, which is a label I hadn't heard of before, and it was produced by Sylvia Massey. So there's some of the facts on the album. Of course, the lineup for this album was the original lineup of Tool, with Maynard James Keenan on vocals, Adam Jones on guitar, Paul D'Amour on bass, and of course Danny Carey on drums. So yeah, I have to say I really enjoyed this album. I wouldn't have been a huge Tool fan. I would have been aware of some of their stuff. I know that they are definitely considered very highly in prog metal and prog rock circles. They come from that Los Angeles scene in the 1990s, maybe where like the Red Hot Chili Peppers were coming from, but they're different. They're definitely, they've got an edge to them. They're very, very heavy, obviously influenced by the grunge scene in Seattle and influenced by bands like Black Sabbath, but also prog bands like, you know, Yes and Rush. I think they can hear those influences in there as well. Definitely, it's definitely an alternative style. It's not mainstream, and I think anyone who's a big fan of Tool, they really know their music. I find that there's not many people who listen to Tool who maybe are just like into mainstream music or into just general classic rock or hard rock. They generally are musicians, and they really understand the depth in the music, because there is a lot of depth in Tool's music. It takes a good few listens to get into what's trying to be portrayed to you, both lyrically, vocally, but also through the layers of music. Now, I mentioned that we just have like three musicians there. So we've got Adam Jones on guitar, Paul D'Amour on bass, Danny Carey on drums. But of course, there's a lot more going on in Tool. The guitars are layered, they're detuned, and they're all stacked and panned and highly produced. We've also got additional instruments in there in the background, and keys and programming and sequencing and all sorts of things to really elevate this music, make this music sound great. And I think the production on this is fantastic. For a debut album, coming out of the blocks, it's really something different, something unique and innovative. And I think that it was a fantastic job done by the producer Sylvia on this particular album. For me, my favourite track on the album is probably one of the most popular tracks on the album, which is the song called Sober. I just think it's got a great riff. It's really, really heavy. It's Tool at their absolute best. I probably wouldn't skip any songs on this album. I think it's very strong from start to finish. Certainly as a debut album. I know they have other fantastic albums, Schism and Anima, and I think one or two of them might pop up on this list as we go through. But certainly I think this one deserves its place on the list of top 100. Possibly could be a little bit higher, but yeah, Undertow is a great album. In total, I give this one a 7 out of 10. I think it's really, really strong. I think it deserves to be on the list. As I said, 87 might be a bit low, but certainly it's a 7 out of 10 album for me. So let me know in the comments below, are you a Tool fan? What do you think of this album, Undertow, if you are a Tool fan? And if you are a Tool fan, what do you like about them? I'm interested to know what people really like about this band. And also, if you don't like them, tell me what turns you off about them, because that's also another interesting counterpoint to that argument, and I would love to hear from you. So if you liked the video, please hit the like button. And if you could also subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. And I will talk to you on the next one. Bye for now.